It's on. Testing, testing. Trading view. Everything all right? No? Okay. So now it's only 6:30, so we still have a couple minutes away from the time we started, so maybe we can start early today. So hi everyone. Thanks for watching today's pre-market talks. Today is Wednesday, right? March 15th. And we are going to be talking about the spikes, SPY, and a couple of hot stock charts, and so that you can get a brief understanding of what's going on in this market. And you are very welcome to leave your questions and your thoughts in the comment section, and you can also click the link on my profile to join my Discord channel to access more daily market opinions and stock ideas. So if you're watching the replay, so add the hashtag replay to your comments so I won't miss your questions. So let's just get started, okay? I mean, for yesterday, the biggest news was US CPI, right? So actually CPI reported 5.5%, so actually fall to 6% in February as expected, but the core prices is still wrong. I mean, the Bureau of Labor Statistics said the consumer price index rose by 0.4% in February, a slowdown from 0.5 in January. The annual rate of inflation fell to 6% from 6.4% and is now down by one third from its peak of over 9% in June last year. So even so, it remains at 3 times the Federal Reserve target rate of 2% and gives the central bank little extra leeway in its battle to, tame inflation. However, the headline rate was flattered by a fall in energy prices and by ongoing deflation in the used car market, where price fell by another 2.8% as the supply chain disruptions of pandemic faded into the review mirror. So that's the biggest news of yesterday. So the core economic calendar happened yesterday. So this the reason for that. So which cause you can see the market, right? So everything goes green. So that's very good news from our market basis, right? So actually the financial sector and heavy-weighted financial stocks along the regional banks, I mean, finally rebound after the recent decline due to collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. And as we mentioned on this Monday, I think we mentioned a lot of why Silicon Valley Bank collapsed in 48 hours and what will this kind of cause the market going and how it will affect the overall market. And in addition, as we just said, the consumer inflation for February cooled as expected, so which also is like a booster for the overall market. That's kind of another reason why this market looks so green yesterday. I mean, all as a result, all 11 S&P sectors finally ended in the green with communication services and technology topping the board. So financials rebounded more than 2%, and that's all for the market reviews. And yesterday, however, for the incidents, let's just go to the spikes chart so you guys can see that much clearer. So go to the spikes chart. You get this is a daily chart, so that's just a swift. That's to 15-minute chart. So this is a 50-minute chart. You guys can see this is afternoon, right? So the reason for this dip is caused by this kind of news. US's Russian fighter jet collided with a drone over international waters. So this kind of thing, little thing, caused market fears about the war. Geographic wars between United States and Russia will happen, but this one not. So the market immediate pullback and collected from this kind of incidents, so kind of close up high, which is still make this market looks still bullish and positive. That's literally what happened yesterday. And another thing I want to mention today, is for today, the economic calendar, we're gonna focus on PPI month over month. That's another kind of thing we're gonna be pay attention to, which will be released at 8:30 a.m. this morning Eastern time. And a higher PPI number is significantly higher, higher inflation, which could lead to interest rate hikes. The stock market usually reacts negatively to higher PPI reports, and the retail sales monthly over month is literally, healthy retail sales figures typically means positive movements in equity markets. So higher sales are good news for shareholders of retail companies because it's mean higher earnings. So it's another kind of important data we're gonna be pay attention to this morning. But I don't think those two can really affect the overall market going. Like what I draw on my chart, this is a 15-minute chart and this is weekly chart. Let's just go back to daily chart. I want to redraw how this kind of thing, you know, change my mind. Before, I think in last week, I was pretty positive about the bullish going, but last week the black swan, the SVB thing kind of collapsed in 48 hours, cause a little bit fear in in this market and a little bit pandemic in this market, and run on the bank happens for SVB and for signature banks really affect how we view the bank session and affect how we view this market. So before, instead of draw a trend line like this, I was literally draw a trend line like this. So it's more bullish. You guys can see that. You guys can check my prior viewing, analysis. You guys can see I literally draw my trend line like this. So but after this day, I feel like does it mean the trend line changed a little bit, especially on this day, I mean, which was Friday and Monday. I was literally saying possibly the stock will moving downside instead of bumping up, especially Monday's this kind of doji doesn't looks very positive, so that's might be a reason why I feel like this market possibly going down. However, yesterday literally changed something. I mean, a lot of tech buyers get in, and some positive news coming out literally support the market. So I changed my trend line from this to this. So as you guys can see, it's more like a zone, right? A kind of line moving a sideways. You know this weekly chart, so you guys can see it's more like a sideways, but it's going higher highs and with higher lows. So I'm thinking this is more like a higher low. So going higher highs, higher lows. So it's not like a kind of bullish market as what we expected. Before we expect this is like a market that goes, let me just draw arrow, possibly directly going up, making all-time high this year. However, it's not. What I was expecting was possibly the market holding up this hammer dojing on weekly chart and then break this kind of resistance trend line, and possibly going this trying to test 4308 ish and trade back and keep going up and going very sloppy in a very very powerful kind of bullish market. However, it's not. It's more like a perma bulls. So perma bulls is more like the market will go like this way, going up and down, going up and down, and very slow, but it's bullish man. Still bullish trend. So it's not like like that kind of bullish market we expected the market gonna happen. Instead, it's more like this kind of way, a perma bulls. So that's why market goes. And I think last Friday we also mentioned a couple interesting things for gold. I think not last Friday. I absolutely support everybody can buy some gold in this kind of dip. So it's very useful because as a hedge for high interest rate. So precious gold, precious metals can be a very useful hedge tools to go against your kind of risks in this market. So that's the reason why I kind of support everybody maybe can buy some gold out of this kind of position. And I think last week also one of our viewers, our audience, also asked the same question in my trading view streams and asked me, "Hey, I have some gold position in my portfolio. Like my average price was 1820. Now I still have this line right here, and I'm targeting 1920. Do you think that's possible?" I was like, "Yes, absolutely." You know, even you buy something here going down, I will still add more because it's more powerful. That's might be a reason why I want to you guys having some last week. Yeah, right here. That's the daily chart. So actually, he bought some around here, I think. So he said latest days they kind of they go kind of going down. Do I need to add? I think it's absolutely yes. You know, add something. It's very useful and powerful tools to go against the interest rate hikes. That's very powerful tools to hedge your position risks. That's very useful way. And another interesting I'd like to share today, instead of like individual stocks, I prefer to say something about like actually about chat GPT. Yesterday was very a lot of things happen, especially about this kind of announcing GPT-4. I saw this on Twitter and I was very excited and also changed something about my view. So let's just first watch your video, okay? My assistant just told me there's no sounds about this kind of playing. So I don't know what's happened, possibly because my microphone kind of, kind of filter this kind of voice from the video. So that might be a reason. So, but I'm trying to show you guys this kind of short videos to see how this can change your live settings. Let's just go to their website. You guys can see that GPT-4 can solve difficult problems with greater accuracy thanks to its broader general knowledge and problem solving abilities. So actually, this thing can change a lot of industries. In my mind, it's not just like a tool. Before I use ChatGPT more like a tools, like give me some, typing some words like, hey, just give me a report, an article, and a design about something. But now it's more powerful. So actually, it can save us money from seven ways in my mind right now. So first, legal services, automate legal document drafting or contract analysis using AI generated test, right? So we can do that from by using OpenAI. And code generating, that's already very powerful right now, and you can use that before, and now even more powerful. So you can just automate software development or web design using just AI generated code. That's very, very good. So which can save us money. And automated code review assist in detecting errors and vulnerabilities in software code. That's another kind of way JHPT can do. And actually, they can do virtual personal assistants. So AI powered personal assistants for scheduling reminders or task management. That's another way ChatGPT can help you to do. And settlement analysis, analyze consumers, feedback and reviews, and also help you do some resume writing. Can help you to write some articles like what I did before, and a content summarizing and generated concise summaries of articles, reports, or documents. That's kind of seven ways this guy can do right now. In another kind of way, I think this ChatGPT might affect company like Google or even company like Meta. I hope you guys know that before I was pretty bullish about Google at this kind of level. I have to say that I was pretty bullish. I published a couple articles or analysis articles about this Google, especially at this price. I hold them, and until here, after the Chat GPT coming out, I kind of sold them all because I think this kind of Chat GPT things change my views about a Google or a company like Meta as well. Because in my mind before, I was thinking because yeah, Meta was another kind of company I was holding before from here. Yeah, I draw this before, so you guys can see that now. And actually, no matter Meta or Google, their income, most of their income or a big portion of their income and profits based on advertisement, right? So I don't know how you guys use Google before. I normally type in some words like, "Hey, how to make pizza," and Google will give me first couple results like saying some advertisement, right? Give me like Papa John's, Pizza Hut, and a couple pizza near my house. That's normally how Google do this kind of advertisement thing, and how companies pay them for this advertisement. However, if you use ChatGPT, if you just type in how to make pizza, they will directly tell you how to make pizza, even with a video. That's accurate video, like change your style of using a search engine. That's very powerful. I mean, this thing is not like a new research engine. It's more like a you know phenomenal thing. In my mind, it's like go back to 2007. When you're saying when you guys still using Nokia, Motorola, those kind of so-called smartphones, and iPhone just came out and say, "Hey, I have a huge big screen. You don't need a stylus. You just need to use your finger to touch the screen and to change the whole view about smart." So those kind of saying right now this Google, I mean back to 2007, Nokia's financial reports was still good, right? Their their smartphone income was still huge. They are still top number one in this world, right? So their financial report didn't tell us any story about how they goes. And if you just view them from the what we saw them before, like from fundamentals, like from financial analysis, and from PE, and from its kind of estimate saying, you will see Nokia is very valuable. It's a value company. You can still buy them. It's a blue chip company. You can buy them absolutely. It's very good. However, Apple came out, changed the whole story because this kind of iPhone thing came out from iPhone 1, iPhone 4, iPhone 5, and now what Apple do? You guys see what Apple do? Let me use just weekly data. They just too long. What Apple do? You see that? 2007 and now, you know, even in 2008, they still suffer a huge, dip. However, what happened to them right now? You know, that's Tim Bagger, right? That's Apple. That's how iPhone changed how play in smartphone industry. That's kind of phenomenal change. So in my mind, ChatGPT is a game changer for research engine industry as well. So that's how I viewed about this kind of thing. You see. So I don't know how you guys view about Google right now. I mean, even they said, "Hey, I still have, I'm in this AI industry as well. I'm doing my own AI things, like exactly sounds like what Nokia said before. In my mind, exactly like what Nokia said before. I'm doing my own AI things as well. The same. There's nothing changed. I'm doing my work as well. But how this could happen to your company if they keep innovating, keep developing, and keep creating something advanced in this industry you know so that might be a reason why this huge loss happened. But if you go through financials about Google, will still be positive. Just to go and see, you guys will see that. Let's just try to search Google and see overview, and you guys can see that. Go to financials. You see, very very positive. you know you can see from the balance sheet, total assets still remain, $360 million. That's a lot. And income statement, still positive quarterly, keep increasing. Even the profit margin, everything looks fine. But this kind of thing will not show in short term, but in long term, it will show out. So that might be a reason why I want to say, hey, I'm wrong about Google for now. I mean, for now, not for even longer. But I mean, after a couple months, if Google coming out and say, hey, I have a even better AI right now, and my research engine is not my number one income sources, that maybe will change my mind. But right now, no. Okay, so I gonna admit I'm wrong. I was wrong about Google. Even I make money, I still feel bad. I was wrong about what I said before. And right now, this is just for something past. Okay. And do you guys have any questions or any individual stocks you guys want to talk about? No. Adobe. If you're looking at Adobe for just for day trading or for a couple days swing trading, I think this level is quite safe. For a couple reasons. First, can I see this kind of support level? This one right here. That's a daily chart, right? So that's a support level for Adobe, and even close to this Bollinger Band lowercase. And you even use trend 9, you can still draw trend 9 like this. So it's like a support level for Adobe right now. So no matter from what, it will moving go into the uppercase, but in long run, right? So from the Bollinger Band, that's kind of how this will go in short term. But for long term, I didn't analyze much about Adobe. I didn't participate in a lot, but you guys can see that. I mean, even from this kind of support, if you draw a steel 9 here, you can see that's why this is a huge support level for Adobe. So far, uptrend, absolutely 100%. So this way might be a good point to, you know, open your positions and then getting involved in this market. Anything else? All right. Looks like we don't have more questions. Again, thanks everyone for joining my live streams. And you can click the link on my profile to join my Discord channel to access more stock ideas and watch my replays. And hope to see you guys next time. And hope you all have a good trading day. And bye bye.